Hello and welcome to Box Free with Stephanie. Today I want to show you how to make some basic foods with simple ingredients from scratch, and I hope you discover cooking box free is fast and delicious. So let's cook together. Today we're going to make chocolate zucchini bread because it's kind of getting close to zucchini season, and chocolate zucchini bread is good, just like I have chocolate brownies, and they're just, zucchinis are kind of a fun thing to bake with. So I'm going to start by making my little coffee that goes in here. So this is like a heavy teaspoon of kind of warmish water. And then I'm going to do like half a teaspoon or so, or maybe closer to a teaspoon of my espresso powder. Just because I love this stuff. I have it for a tiramisu, but you could use instant coffee granules. It doesn't have to be espresso powder, just kind of any coffee-ish flavor, because coffee just really makes chocolate taste a little extra good. So it's a little bit of liquid here, and we're just going to set that aside. Okay, then I'm going to grate my zucchinis, because actually I'm going to put my egg in here so I have a little garbage bowl. All right, I'm going to put one egg. This is a farm egg, so I always put them in here first to make sure that they're good and not kind of wacky. So I'm putting one egg into my big bowl where I'm going to end up with everything. Now this is my little garbage bowl. Okay, so the nice thing about these itty bitty zucchini is they really don't have any seeds to speak of. I'm right into the middle and there's pretty much nothing. And so I like them because then you don't have to gut out the seeds. Because in the summer, when your zucchini is like this giant, then you really would want to basically cut it in half and scoop out all of those seeds, because you just don't want those big chunky seeds, or I don't think you do, but it's your kitchen. You do what you want to. But when I go nice and flat, I have really very little seeds. There are these teeny tiny ones, but like I don't care about that, so I'm kind of okay with just doing it like this. And I also don't mind the look of the green flecks in my zucchini bread. So if you don't want the green flecks, then you have to peel it, and then you just end up with the white. Then by the time you put the white in the chocolate, you really don't see the white. So if you're trying to hide it and kind of not tell people that you have zucchini, like maybe young people or people who think they don't like it, then maybe you want to peel it. And if you get it from the farmer's market or your own garden, then you probably don't need to peel it either. But sometimes I peel it just to get the junk off, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so my recipe actually says that I'm supposed to put this in a sieve and let it just sit and drain out, but I swear I just never get much liquid, and if I squeeze it, it just doesn't seem, oh, now I'm all messy. It seems wet, like my hand is definitely wet, and I can maybe get a couple drips, but I just don't think this bread is overly juicy or whatever, or soft or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not going to worry about it, because you know me, I like to cook, but I also like to just take the shortcuts when I can. Okay, I'm supposed to have 2 cups, and I really don't have 2 cups because this is a full 2 cup. So I'm going to go for my little third one. I didn't think I was going to use them all, which I won't use all of it, but I'm a little bit surprised. So I'll have just a little bit left over, and then I'll probably just saute this up, slice it up and put some onions, and then serve it with Parmesan or something, and just a little side dish, because this isn't a whole lot left. And I could probably actually just throw it into my bread, but I'll try to follow the recipe, because I don't know. Oh gosh, maybe I really do need it all. Maybe this is barely, okay, well, we're just going to go for it, because that's not a heaping 2 cups already. And this is just a little amount. It's going to barely make enough of a side dish, because when you cook zucchini, on a side dish or in the saute it, in my opinion, it becomes really shrunken or whatever. It just really has a lot of water content, which is why people should put it over the sieve, and I'm not doing it. So here I am again, breaking the rules. Now we've got a good heaping cup, 2 cups. That's okay. It's gonna be just dandy. I'm not gonna worry about it, but I do have to clean this up. So bear with me for a second. Oh, I think I got something to my eyeball. Okay, we're just gonna get all my zucchini shreds off the table. So it looks as if I've got a real cooking show here where it's just magically clean all the time. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. All right. So we have grated our zucchini, not put it in the sieve. We're already breaking the rules. And now we're just gonna continue. I'm just gonna let that sit. Okay. Now I have my 1 egg and I'm going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. Gotta just break it up. Summer humidity is not the best, so that's 1/2 cup. Then I'll do 1/2 of a half to get my 3/4. Okay, so we're done with that. Now I'm going to whisk these together to get them to be combined nicely. Right, that's what I'm supposed to do. My whisk together my sugar and my egg. Okay, looks lovely. Perfect butter yellow. Looks like tiramisu, the zabaglione or whatever you make that you like melt. You put this over the double broiler and then it melts all your sugar and you put that in with your mascarpone cheese and your whipped topping and whipped cream. Just want to eat it, but I won't. All right, so now I need to put my dry ingredients together. So I'm gonna do my 1 1/4 cup of flour, which I just kind of guesstimate on my quarter. I don't know, people say it to be so specific for baking. I guess, yeah, I just don't always. This is how I do it. I just say, oh yeah, that's close enough, which this really is probably closer to 1/3, but like, I don't know. My stuff seems to turn out, so I don't know if I'm just solidly lucky or whatever, but I like to cook this way. All right, so we got cocoa powder. I am gonna measure that for sure because I need 1/4 cup and I don't wanna be super off on that because sometimes I do guesstimate on these things and if you add too much cocoa powder, then it's very bitter and you don't really want that either. All right, so then I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This has no baking powder in it, which I kind of find interesting because that gives it the rise and it still rises. So 1/4 cup of salt. Oh, look at me measure, that's too much. Oops, there you go. I don't feel like putting it back in. It'll be fine. Okay, now I'm just going to blend this together to get all my little dry ingredients all perfectly combined. Well, actually not perfectly, but good enough so that it's not super separated. Okay, so now that's that. Gosh, this just comes together really quick. Oh wait, when am I working on this? Okay, so now I'm going to add to this my coffee. Let's just smell it because it's gonna smell so good. Yum. This really is like tiramisu. Whew, let's make that tomorrow. Golly. All right, stick all this stuff over there. All right, my coffee and my extracts. I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla that my bestie gave me, which I just add vodka to all the time and it seems to be working. I don't know, tastes like vanilla, but it's got little beans in it and you just use it up and put a little more in there. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. Almond extract, I'm doing 1/4 cup, which I think I lost my little adjustable thing, so now I literally don't have one. So we're just gonna put a few drops in. I don't know, that's probably enough. I never kind of understand why we do almond and vanilla because to me you'd think one would overpower the other, but maybe it doesn't. It's fine. Makes me feel good. Okay, then for oil, you can do butter, but I don't have a microwave because I don't like them. So I can't just like microwave my butter and I want this to be a liquid. So then I have to melt it on the stove and I'm fine using peanut oil. So if you like the way the butter makes your bread have a different texture, then please use butter. But if you want to be like me and go the easy route and you're pretty casual about it, like, oh, it's just fine, then you can just use your peanut oil or whatever oil you want. I don't know. You could use olive oil if you wanted. Is that it? So what did I just do in here? Yeah, my oil, my liquid stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna whisk this up together to make sure that's all happy. I'm gonna get rid of our garbage here. Okay, so now the only thing, I've got my overloaded zucchini, my perfectly measured out cocoa powder mixture, and we're gonna combine them all. So before I do that, I'm gonna spray my pan because I like to have it all ready to go. I read years ago, like once you add your dry and your wet, it's like the chemical reaction like kicks into gear. Oh my gosh, the chocolate chips, I almost forgot. So anyway, I like to be ready so I can like mix it and put it in the oven. And my oven's at 350. Okay, so I'm gonna add half a cup of chocolate chips, which I could just measure right now so I don't forget to add them. And I'm adding dark chocolate today because half of my family that does not like dark chocolate isn't here for today and tomorrow. So I'm gonna be eating the bread more than them, and I love dark chocolate. So I'm putting dark chocolate in it because I'm gonna eat it more than them. And that's how I'm gonna do it. So I'm putting dark, but I usually do semi-sweet. And you can do mini chips. So whatever your favorite chip is, I'm sure you could do all kinds of different crazy chips. You know, maybe you could do a caramel one or something. That would probably be really good. Okay, so we're done with that. And I should get rid of this because this is not gonna work well anymore. Have a lot of green in our chocolate bread today. And I'm only doing one loaf also, in case you haven't noticed. Actually, I should stir this up. Yeah, and I always do my zucchini in these big, like this big size of a grate, not like the fine stuff that you would do maybe for Parmesan on your spaghetti or something. I don't really know what you did if you did fine, if it would just make it like so mushy, it's just like it's almost like gloppy. And oh, I see I didn't stir my stuff very well here. I have a bunch of white stuff. I should mix that in. So anyway, I would not do the itty bitty grating because it might just get mushy, but I don't know. You tell me if it works out, and then if I'm missing something big, and maybe I should change my program here. But it looks like every other zucchini thing you make. You know, when you make a regular, not chocolate zucchini bread, it looks the same, which I think is really cool. Basically is like a bunch of zucchini with some flour and sugar mixed in, and then it turns into this beautiful bread. I just love it. I love baking for that reason. Like, it's just this glop, and then you throw it in the hot oven, and like it comes out and is this magical little texture changes, and I don't know. It's silly. Maybe it's because I don't understand science enough to get the gist of it all, but it's fun to be surprised and not have to know everything all the time. So that's it. Now we got to try to jam all this into my one loaf pan here. Seems like it's a lot of stuff. I was thinking like a cup and a quarter of flour is nothing. Like, how does that fit into this bread pan? But the 2 cups of zucchini and I get everything off. I'm sorry, you got to bear with me. Just ends up being a lot. Oh, and then I should say, in case I forget when I take it out, I think that this is sweet enough that if you put this in a different shaped pan or you made cupcakes out of it, I swear you could put like frosting on it and everybody would totally think it was a cake. So, wow, that is a big loaf of bread. Woo! Let's hope she doesn't overflow on me, you know. Haven't had that happen in my life, but there's always a first. Ooh, that's full. I'm gonna pop into my oven at 350, and this thing is gonna take at least an hour or so. So we'll be back. I'm gonna pop it in, set my timer right in the middle of the oven, and we'll be back. Okay, we are back, and our zucchini bread has cooled for about 10 minutes, and it was actually in the oven for almost like an hour and 5 minutes, and it still has kind of sunk back down, which makes me a little bit nervous because that's not always a good sign. But my toothpick came out clean each time, so we'll just try it. We'll pop it out and see how it looks, but it smells so good. Woo, woo. It's so delicate. Oh boy. Okay, so it's very, very hot, but I'm just gonna cut into it anyway, see how it looks, and try to take a piece of hot, it's gonna be like all brownie, like with these melted chips in it. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's just falling apart. But you can, well, maybe you can see there's a couple chips all over there. Okay, so, ooh, that is some hot bread. Let's take a little bite, even though it's gonna be really steaming hot. Boy, it has been cooling for 10 minutes too, but that's okay. All right, this is kind of a big piece, but we'll try it out. It's so hot that you can't really taste the chocolate quite yet, but it tastes really good so far. This doesn't taste quite like brownies, you know, and like smelling this chocolate and then tasting it tastes a little different than your nose is telling you. Okay, well, there it is, chocolate zucchini bread. Thank you very much for watching Box Free with Stephanie. I hope you like the show, and I hope you make some zucchini bread, and I think it's just delicious with whatever kind of chips you want. So I appreciate your time watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.